Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. Amberlynn is cooking and eating. Surprise, surprise. And she is just not capitalizing anything in her titles. I wonder, does she ever? I don't guess I've ever noticed this, but she doesn't capitalize anything in any of her titles. She never has. Why have I never noticed that before? I don't know if that's a sign of laziness or, just being uneducated or what, but I guess that's just something that has happened forever and I just didn't notice. So anyway, she's going to cook and eat, and I'm going to do my best to edit out all the actual eating, and we'll see if she says anything interesting. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie.
Hello, welcome to a new video. So today is a what I ate today. So I'm going to be showing you every single thing that I eat today, every single thing that I drink. I am on a no diet.
What do you want to bet? She is going to show some stuff, but off camera, she probably ate twice as much as she's going to show. Maybe not. Maybe she's going to show just a metric ton of food, but something tells me she's going to show like a reasonable amount of food. And we know that that's not what's happening.
And I just want to go into every meal thinking about what I'm eating. Am I gonna be perfect? No, I absolutely don't expect perfection because I have been doing this my whole life. Whenever I try to be perfect, it actually sabotages me. So my goal is, if I crave something,
it's because she doesn't really want to do it, right? That's the problem, is she doesn't want to change anything. So that's why she gives herself permission right when she says, I'm going to start losing weight, but I'm not going to be perfect. Because she doesn't want to stop eating the things she likes. Because that, again, is her number one priority. All she cares about is being able to eat the food she likes.
So my goal is, if I crave something, eat it, which I actually learned in outpatient when I was doing outpatient. They said, do not deprive yourself of the cravings because that is what leads to like unhealthy habits. I'm
not buying that for a minute. I can see that if you're struggling with a restrictive ED, right? That would be good advice for somebody who has a restrictive ED. Now, I'm not a mental health specialist. I don't specialize in EDs or anything, but I cannot fathom a mental health professional who is working on somebody with a non-restrictive ED, right? Like a binge eating sort of situation, and tell them just eat whatever you want. If they told her that, it would be eat what you want, but there's got to be some other thing happening, right? You've got to offset that somehow. You can't just say, yeah, if you have a craving, just go for it, because that's not going to get you anywhere. That's how you got where you are now. So I'm guessing if a mental health professional said, if you have a craving, go for it, and then there was more to that she just ignored. Of course, I'm assuming that she actually talked to a mental health professional at all. She said it was an outpatient, which I don't know what she's talking about. Was that for the weight loss surgery arc that she went to outpatient? I don't know when she says she went to outpatient, but yeah, no, I don't buy that they just said, go for it, eat whatever you want. She's saying that because she has decided that that's a great excuse for her, right? Because being too restricted triggers her and makes her want to eat. Not being restricted enough triggers her and makes her want to eat. Not being able to eat the foods that she loves triggers her. Being able to eat too much of the foods that she loves triggers her. So she just needs an excuse for every scenario.
I'm also trying to just like get more water in my body and more fruits and more vegetables, mainly vegetables. I mean, I do like a fruit, but I don't think I even have any. I'm definitely trying to get more vegetables in my diet for sure. And I am allowing myself to order from Uber 3 times a week because usually it's upwards to like twice a day. So I can be like 14 times a week. That's just an example of like the moderation that I'm trying.
I don't think that's going to happen. And also, what? Like, I know she mentioned that in the last video, but 14 times a week. Imagine the money she spends on food. Good gravy, that is a lot of money spent on takeout. And she gets a lot. Each meal is probably huge. But to go from an average of like 10 to 14 down to 3, like, especially since she doesn't have any way to go to the store or go out or do anything other than when Mama Lynn takes her somewhere. I just don't see that happening. And I also can see her being specific about Uber Eats or DoorDash, and she's not going to count all the meals she eats out with her mom and her mom's fiance. And she's probably going to ask her mom to pick her up twice as much now so they can go eat at, Flower Child or whatever other place they like to go.
So like twice a day, so that can be like 14 times a week. That's just an example of like the moderation that I'm trying to live in. I have to be moderate or I will fail.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's like saying I have to lose weight or I will fail. Like, yeah, but you have to actually do it. Like you have to have a plan you can't just say, yep, I'm just going to be moderate now. I'm going to eat in moderation. Like, obviously that doesn't work. That has never worked. So why? Oh my God, that's such a stupid thing to say. I have to be moderate or I will fail. Yeah, you will fail because you don't know how to eat in moderation. You just don't. You can't.
So is today going to be one of the days that I order takeout? I really don't know. But if I do order, obviously you'll see that. If I cook, you'll see that. All right, you guys, I'm about to make my first meal. Starting off, I'm going to cut one of these chorizo thingies. Chorizo sausage. I love chorizo. It's so good. So I'm going to cut it in half and then cut it in half again. I just want really small pieces. I'm going to spray some Pam. I'm going to add the chorizo.
Pam in the pan. That's good. That's a good start. Do you remember she actually doubled down? And I'll see if I can find the clip. I don't remember what video it was in, and I looked for a while. I could not find that clip. I can't remember what video it was in. I think it was a Q&A, and somebody mentioned the Pam on the food, and she doubled down. She was like, yeah, people do that sometimes. I don't know what's so weird about that. It's oil. Like, okay, I have never seen that happen. So if you can remember what video that was in, or if you can send me that clip, please do, because that's one I want to save, because I'm sure I'll be able to use that again someday.
Gonna add the other 3 chorizos in this bag and I just put it in the fridge. Oh my God, it smells so freaking good. I'm also gonna be adding some egg.
She used to claim that she was like allergic to eggs. And then it was intolerant. She had an egg intolerance. And then it was sort of half intolerant. So I guess she finally just got tired of lying about it because she doesn't even talk about it now.
I'm going to be adding a little bit of Colby Jack shredded cheese.
Honestly, that looks pretty good.
All right, so now I'm about to take some of this French onion dip and some raw cauliflower. And then here is my egg and chorizo. All right, you guys, so here is the meal completed. And I don't know about you guys, but I love raw cauliflower. I also love it when it's cooked, so I just love it regardless. I'm trying to use the little bit of...
But of course, she's got to make sure that it is smothered in some kind of dip. She can't just eat the cauliflower, which, I mean, I guess she has before, but I don't know. That chorizo egg stuff looks pretty decent. I mean, I think she overcooked it a little bit.
Dip on my spoon so I can use it for the eggs. We can do a little taste test. Nice and cheesy.
Just notice the chewing in the front.
Damn, that's good. Chorizo just hits.
So this is clearly just a mukbang. She has decided and remembered she gets more views when she eats. So she's doing this. And she is supposed to be kind of containing it all on Saturday. Right? That's her like day to do eat with me, cook with me, that kind of stuff. And what I ate today. But I don't think that's going to last. I think she's just going to do it all the time. And I just wanted to pause for a second just to see how much she's straining to open her mouth to get this bite in. Like, I just don't get why she feels like she needs to take such a huge bite.
And then I also go to water because my goal is to have 2 waters a day. It's crazy how like once you get in the habit of drinking water, like your body just automatically craves it. Because I'm telling you, when I'm not drinking water at all, like I don't care about it, don't crave it, don't need it. But then when I start drinking it again, my body's like, yes, keep it up. All right, I'm currently cooking some pasta.
I mean, yeah, your body is probably like yearning for healthy food, and healthy portions.
Boiling some water. So my pasta's done. It's literally just pasta with chicken. I just like made my own sauce with like Parmesan cheese.
What do you want to bet she's not going to show all the snacking she does throughout the day? She'll probably show a snack or two, but I have a feeling she is just munching on something all day. Because think about it. Even when she does a live stream, she doesn't make it halfway through without eating something, right? So she can't go an hour or two without eating. Even when she knows people are watching and can make fun of her for it, she still just can't go an hour without eating.
Cheese, spices, a little bit of tapatio. I actually make this quite often. So good. A simple pasta like this is one of my most favorite foods. And elbow pasta is one of my most favorite shapes of pasta. This, and I like the really small shells. Those are my fave too. And when it comes to drinks, we're having a caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Okay, here's the thing about that. What is the point in caffeine-free Diet Coke? Because, like, if I ever drink a diet soda, it is because of the caffeine. Guys, I don't really like coffee. So, and I have tasted the caffeine-free diet stuff, and it is not good. I don't know. Maybe I guess you could get used to it. I don't understand it. Like, it's like taking all of the worst, it's like taking all of the reasons for drinking it out of it and leaving it with just crappy flavor. If you're going to drink this, just drink water. Or you could get those little flavor squirt things. Those are good, man. You can get like the Mio or the Kool-Aid, and they're good. Like, you can make some, and it's sugar free, I think, and it's like 0 calorie and stuff. So if you need to drink more water, you can use those. And I'm sure they have crap in them that's not great for you, but it's better than this.
I did finish my water bottle from earlier, so now I need to just have one more to reach my goal. So I am having a little bit more, so I just wanted to be accountable and show that. All right, you guys, so I just ate some.
All right. So I thought she was going to show that bowl and say, this is all I ate, this is what was left. But she actually said she finished it and got some more. So, okay. All right.
This is the Jenny's Ice Cream Green Mint Chip. So good. So there is 3 servings in this, but I had some last night, so I probably just had 2 servings of this. This is probably one of the very best mint chocolate chip ice creams I've ever had.
So we know Amberlynn, even when there's no point in lying, she still just kind of feels like she needs to stretch things a little bit. So I'm going to bet she just opened that and ate the whole thing just now. Of course, I will also say, when she brings it home, I can also see her just going after it right when she gets it home because she can't resist. So I don't know. But, and just so you know, the green mint chip ice cream from Jenny's does have 3 servings, and the whole thing is 1,020 calories. And I mean, it is not unlikely that she ate that whole thing in one sitting. I mean, we all know that a pint of ice cream is hard to just eat one serving of. So it's likely that she ate somewhere between 700 and over 1,000 calories just with that. So, yeah, I don't know what the rest of her calorie intake was that day, but I mean, it was well over 3,000, I'm guessing. Because, again, the snacks that she didn't show. And I will die on that hill that she ate snacks that she didn't show.
If you like it, definitely get this brand. All right, you guys. So while I have my last meal, which is some carrots and some salami with fresh mozzarella, if you guys have watched my live streams and you know I've been obsessed with this, I usually just have like 1, 2, or 3 at one time. But I didn't feel like dirtying any dishes. I didn't feel like using a paper plate. So whatever you see me eat right now, that's going to be the end of it for tonight. But what I wanted to do is...
So she didn't show any snacking. And I call absolute grade A Wagyu bullshit on that. Like, there's no way she's not snacking throughout the day. Because what we have seen is probably just like, as far as like the cooking and getting everything together and all that stuff, was maybe 45 minutes or an hour of her day. And then she does nothing the rest of the day. And you're telling me that she sits there and like watches YouTube or watches TV or whatever and doesn't snack? She didn't snack all day? Shut up.
I have a little segment at the end of my What I Ate Today videos called Food for Thought. It's where I reflect on what I ate today.
You know, I guess if it was anybody else and they did that, I'd go, okay. But for some reason, she gets an extreme eye roll for that. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just annoying when she does it.
And I ask myself a few questions because I do like to reflect. I am a reflecting girly pop. That's why I journal so much. And we'll see what I think. If I enjoy doing this at the end of my what I ate today videos, and I'll keep it in. I might take off some questions, add some questions, or just like not do it at all. It depends on how I feel. And
so she's just going to ask herself questions. So this is just like her normal Q&As.
what I think. You guys, these are genuinely so freaking good. So it's 5 really quick questions. If you had to improve one thing about today's food intake, what would it be? Without a doubt, it would be the fact that I only had 2 meals today, and then I was like, you know what? Let's have some ice cream. Like, what? I wish I would have had.
She had 2 meals and ice cream and this, which is another meal. Like, that's what she doesn't understand, right? Is having 2 or 3 of those salami cheese things and carrots, that's a meal. That is enough for a normal person to call a full meal. So, she thinks this is like a snack. And that is a problem because her portion sizes are way out of whack. She doesn't understand what portion sizes should be. And B, bullshit that she didn't snack. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that this was all she ate.
Like more substantial meals. And I'm having my other water. Bring yourself back to a day that you got to your heaviest weight and compare it to a food or meal that you had today. What would have been different about it?
Hold on. Bring yourself back to a day that got you to your highest weight and compare it to a food or meal you had today. What would have been different? So I guess what she's saying is like compare a meal you had back then when you were just eating whatever you want, compare it to what you're eating now. So of course she's going to say, oh, it's so much better now. You know, the food that I'm eating right now is pretty good, actually pretty good for me. I think I'm really proud of myself, you guys, for what I ate today compared to what I would have eaten in 2019. And it's Beck's fault. You know, Beck made me eat all that.
Well, easily I wouldn't be sitting here with a bag of freaking carrots. I'd be sitting here with a bag of chips. I mean, I'm not depriving myself of chips by no means, but I did choose these.
Yeah, we know you're not depriving yourself of chips. You're not depriving yourself of anything. And you're claiming that some professional told you to do that. That is bonkers. That's so stupid.
But I did choose these over chips, so I'm proud of that. Was there a moment today that you were about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself? I just know that.
What do you mean off track? You're not on any kind of track. What are you talking about, fell off track? You just said flat out, I'm just going to eat whatever I want. That's my diet. I'm going to lose weight by eating whatever I want. How is that possibly on track? What track could that be on? That is on a track that is headed right off the cliff. No, off track. Shut up.
Compared to like my worst, I definitely improved. So I am just gonna have 1 more of these. So I'm having 2 in total, just so you guys know. But yeah, my goal is to literally just improve every single day.
Even so, 2 of those and however many carrots she had, maybe, I don't know, we'll just say 10. That is a full meal, right? If I ate that, I would be full. But she thinks a meal is like enough for 3 people.
Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? I'm gonna say partially. It's just that ice cream. That ice cream got me, folks.
The ice cream, that was the problem. Not all the snacks she didn't show you, just the ice cream.
Say partially because I know myself. I know my worst. I know my headspace and my mind frame. And I feel like today I did pretty good. Didn't order takeout. I cooked my meals. 2 meals. Not just 1, 2 meals. So I am proud of that. But I am not happy with the ice cream. So last question, is there anything from today you want to bring into tomorrow? I definitely want to continue the water drinking because it does make me feel better, duh. I want to continue the veggie intake as well. So I'm not gonna give myself a full pat on the back for today because there is so much improvement that I could be making. And yes, I'm making a little bit, but
I mean, at least she admitted that. But I think she sees it differently than we do, right? She sees that 1 ice cream thing, which is a problem, don't get me wrong. She probably shouldn't eat that, you know, or as much of that as she did. But she also didn't recognize that what she ate there at the end is a full meal. That's a snack to her. So yeah, that's not a great start.
But I could have done better. So I'm completely done eating for tonight. I am going to finish this water. I will definitely have a Sprite Zero later because I like to have a Sprite Zero before I go to bed. It's just like a thing. Don't forget to drink your water.
Normal Sprite doesn't have caffeine to begin with, right? So Sprite Zero I can kind of understand because it still tastes pretty good. It's just the caffeine-free Diet Coke tastes like the sink water after Amberlynn washes her rags, or Beck washes Amberlynn's rags. So I can kind of get behind Sprite Zero, even though it doesn't have caffeine, because it actually tastes pretty decent. But again, not great to drink any like diet or zero sugar sodas, but you know, in moderation. Be the queen of moderation out there, okay? Just like her.
And I hope that you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Got her. You're not going to be throwing your kiss at me. All right, so, I mean, what is this for, right? This is just so people can watch her eat. And she loves talking about food. She loves thinking about food. And this gives her an excuse to do that at least once a week. I think she's going to do it more. I think she's going to do it going forward. We'll probably see this far more often. Because honestly, her routine, her schedule is just going to fall apart anyway. She's going to start uploading whatever she wants, whenever she wants. And it's going to be a lot of eating, a lot of talking about food, because that's her whole personality. That's her mind frame, is just food, 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 food. That's all she thinks about. Yeah, I mean, she really is delusional in the fact that she thinks that she is capable of just eating in moderation. How does she not understand by now she is not mentally or physically capable of eating in moderation? She's just not. She makes up these excuses, makes up these, you know, reasons that she gets triggered into eating stuff that she shouldn't be eating. But really, it's just that she likes eating. She doesn't want to stop eating those good things. And I am baffled that she actually said that at Outpatient, they said, just eat whatever you want. But yeah, for a normal person that doesn't obviously have some kind of ED, all it comes down to is just making the decision and sticking with it. And making the decision now. That's what I did. I just said, I'm done. I got to do this now. I'm not waiting until tomorrow. But for her, it's far more complicated than that, because she clearly cannot mentally or physically do that. She can't just change her lifestyle like that. Partly because of the ED that she most likely has, but also because she's stunted. She's not mature enough to actually make a decision and stick with it like that, a lifestyle change. So, yeah, I just don't see this going anywhere. I mean, this is the same thing she's done for 12 years. She has this cockamamie idea of how she's going to eat in moderation by eating whatever she wants, or, you know, it's some sort of fad diet or whatever. I mean, it's just nothing. Nothing's going to happen. She's going to continue to gain weight. She'll fluctuate between about 470 and about 520 or 30 or 600. And she'll just keep going back and forth. She'll never actually lose significant weight to the point where she's healthy, right? Where she's not obese. So yeah, it's just, honestly, it's just interesting and fascinating to watch the cycle in real time, because she is absolutely delusional. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.